In the real world, proving who you are is pretty simple, right? You just whip out your driver's license or your student ID. But online, that's a whole different ballgame. Today, we're going to dive into a completely new way of thinking about our digital identity, one that's all about putting you back in charge.
I mean, really think about it. Every single day, you're asked to prove you are who you say you are. So how do you actually do it? Well, right now the answer is kind of a mess, isn't it?
You've got a password for your bank, another one for your email, another for that shopping site you bought something from like 3 years ago. It's this endless, insecure, and let's be honest, totally exhausting cycle of trying to remember which version of your dog's name you used this time.
And every time you create one of these accounts, you're handing over another little piece of your personal info. Your email, your birthday, your address. It's all just scattered across dozens of different company databases, creating these little islands of your data that you have absolutely no control over.
So what's the solution we've all turned to? We just log in with Google or log in with Facebook. But all that really does is put a few giant companies right at the center of your entire digital life. They become the gatekeepers. They're the ones vouching for you. You're basically trusting them with everything. So what if it didn't have to be this way? What if you could have this same simple control over your digital identity that you have with, say, the physical wallet in your pocket? And this is where the whole idea of verifiable credentials comes in. Honestly, the best way to wrap your head around it is to stick with that idea of a physical wallet. Think about what's in your actual wallet right now. You've got credentials that were given to you by trusted authorities, right? The DMV gave you your driver's license. Your university gave you your student ID. You hold them, you control them, and you choose when to show them. Well, verifiable credentials are just the digital version of those cards, built to live securely in a digital wallet right on your phone. Okay, so that definition sounds a little technical. Let's break it down. Tamper-evident just means you'd know if someone tried to fake it. And cryptographically verified is a fancy way of saying you can prove who issued it with 100% certainty using math without ever having to call them. It's basically a digital file with an unbreakable built-in seal of authenticity. Now, for this to work, you need a system of trust. But unlike today, it doesn't rely on one big company sitting in the middle. Instead, it's a decentralized system with 3 key roles. Let's use getting a digital diploma from a university as our example. It all breaks down into 3 simple parts. You've got the issuer, like a university, that creates the credential. Then there's the holder, that's you, who keeps it in a digital wallet. And finally, the verifier, like an employer, who needs to check it. Let's take a quick look at each one. So, first up is the issuer. This is the source of truth, the authority making the claim. In our example, it's the university. They're the only ones who can say, yep, you graduated. So they create that digital diploma and send it securely directly to you. Next, we have the holder. And this is the most important role of all, because the holder is you. You receive that digital diploma, and it lives in your wallet, on your device. It's not sitting in the university's database anymore. It's your property now. You own it. And finally, there's the verifier. This is anyone who needs to check your claim, let's say a potential employer. When they ask for proof that you have a degree, you just present the digital credential to them, straight from your wallet. Now, here is the most powerful part of this whole thing. The university and the employer, they never need to talk. They don't even need to know the other one exists. The entire exchange is controlled by you. You act as the bridge for your own information. This is a huge, fundamental shift from how the internet works today. But being in control is only half the story. The other part, which is almost like magic, is how you can share this information with incredible pinpoint privacy. Let's go back to that real-world wallet again. You're at a bar, and the bouncer needs to see your ID to prove you're old enough to come in. What do? You hand over your driver's license. But think about all the information you just gave away. The bouncer now knows your full name, your exact home address, your height, your weight, your precise date of birth, when all they really needed to know was one single thing. Are you over 21? This is what we call forced oversharing. Verifiable credentials solve this problem with a really powerful feature called selective disclosure. And it means exactly what it sounds like. You get to choose, with surgical precision, which pieces of information to share and which to keep private. So let's go back to the bouncer. This time, instead of showing them your entire digital driver's license, your wallet creates what's called a verifiable presentation. It's like a brand new, temporary, custom-made proof just for this one specific moment. And what's the result? The bouncer system asks your wallet one question: is this person over 21? And your wallet provides a cryptographically secure, unfakeable response that says just one thing: yes. They learn nothing else, not your name, not your address, not even your birthday, just the one single fact they needed to know. So when you put all these pieces together, the user control, the cryptographic security, and this privacy-preserving selective disclosure, you start to realize this isn't just a new type of ID. It's a complete reimagining of how trust and identity can actually work online. So, why does all this matter? Because it completely flips the script. It puts you in control of your own data. It enhances your privacy by design, not as an afterthought. And it wraps everything in security that's mathematically provable. We're talking about moving from this crazy web of scattered data and forgotten passwords to a future of true digital ownership. This technology is all about building a better, more trustworthy web, where our digital identities work a lot more like our physical ones: secure, private, and completely under our own control. And it leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to ponder. What if your digital identity was finally truly yours?